Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Purgatory issue number 2 of 3 Vampire Myths. Wraparound cover. Pretty cool. Drawn by Jim Ballant and written by Brian Pulido. So we're going to we'll continue where we left off. So yeah, Raph have found Sakura while she's just a moment ago drained one of her enemies. And yeah, he is here. And what does he want? I have no clue. Well, a little bit, but it's with these kind of comics, it's just more like, hey, pretty pictures and sexy babes and cool fights instead of a deep, engaging story. I mean, the story's not that bad, but there's always something lingering that doesn't add up. That doesn't mean it's bad or something. So Sakura is punching back, and she says, I earned Jade's blood. Her power is mine. And it seems that Rav wants to know where she went. And let me see. I smell your newfound power, you lost child. The blood flows through your veins, blossoming through the renewing you. And it isn't mortal thin blood. It's blood as power. Intoxicating, isn't it, Purgatory? Okay. But she says, yeah, what is it to you, dude? But it seems Raph is too powerful because he is her maker. Art looks great, by the way. I mean, I always loved Jim Ballant's art, especially when he drew Catwoman. He's really good. Now he has his own comic called Tarot something something, Witch of the something something. I don't know. You can look it up if you are interested. Anyway, and so Sakura or Purgatory tries to flee, but Raph is way too quick. He says, escape is futile. If I want you, you are mine. But, and he is also draining her blood that she just drained a moment ago from Jade, who's still lying unconsciously on the floor. She's not dead. Effect through the blood through the eyes and through the mouth is looking cool. And, but then also, Kabbalah, that's probably her name, and Flying Tigers has found Purgatory because he wants to kill her. And, Raph is still draining and healing himself. And then she comes in, and Raph thinks he doesn't know what to do with her because he was not foreseen on this earthly plane for 4,000 seasons. Where has she been? What has she seen? What has she done? What does she know? I mean, why do you care? Okay, but so the enemies comes in and he just goes through some teleporting thing, and he says, "Well, your fate is now in my hands," or something like that. Meanwhile, so we have here Kabbalah. That's her name. So Jade wakes up. And he says, "How could you let this happen? After all this time, we had all the answers of our making within our grasp. You don't understand, Kabbalah. Purgatory's experienced things we cannot fathom. She feasted on the blood of the gods, on the blood of Lucifer himself. Lucifer, you hear me? That means hell exists. And what else? Does the entire cosmic pantheon of man's mythology exist? I fear it does. We are things of darkness. Eternal damnation awaits us." So, yeah, she's scared, but then Kabbalah says, put yourself together, Jade. Any romantic notions of undead splendor are best left to the poets. And above all, know it. You embrace the darkness more than I ever have. You command it. And so she pulls herself together and she says, of course you're right. I savor my wicked ways. The reality of all just came crashing down. So Kabbalah says, hey, you must locate Purgatory. And she says, I cannot. She says, what? She is off Earth. So she is, I don't know, in another dimension. And it seems that Raph, who is a Celt, by the way, so his peers are, they are deciding what to do with her. I mean, why? What do you need her? Just or leave her alone, or kill her if you have beef with her. But then we're going to do some flashbacks. How Sakura escaped from her pursuers. She finds this old man that promised her immortality, and he says, you need to go to that kind of place. So he explains to her where she needs to go, and then her pursuers are still following her in this, whatever it is, it's something with a, yes, a skull on top. So she needs to climb, and she also curses her lover. Her lover abandoned her and sold her out to, the guy that she's going to marry anew, because the other guy hates concubines or, ex-lovers, etc. So therefore, Purgatori, or Sakara, must die. So now she must climb for her life, because on top there she will be finding her fate. So she goes in, and yeah, it's Raph, thousands of years ago. She comes in and says, I want to live forever. I know. Why do you deserve eternal life? So she is going on a passionate rant. She says, kings and queens hide behind opulence and majesty and fool themselves into thinking they are truly alive. But they do not experience life. They do not live. And so she goes on, and basically she hates them and wants to, have immortality because they do not deserve that, but she does. Right? And Rash says, tell me the truth. I am. Are you? I will you ask you one more time, why do you deserve eternal life? Because I crave vengeance, because I was cast away, betrayed by my lover, Queen Ostrasa. Is it Ostrasa or Ostraka? Doesn't matter. And I wanted to regret it. And as the years pass, she will see me live on as she crumbles to dust. So Raph is impressed by her because suddenly he can feel or read her emotions or her thoughts. And he says she is the perfect weapon. Who better to bring down the kingdom than one of its own? There's a price to pay for immortality, Sakara. Okay, so basically, Raph is a wild man, and he does not accept the civilization, that people are thriving on their own. People, according to him, needs to be wild and uncivilized, and because they need some more primal or something because of power and whatever. It's a little bit all mumbo jumbo. Anyway, so she says, I don't care. You hear me? I pay any price. Now, I must be saying, I'm not sure if I should show you these pages because there's nudity in here, but I don't want to risk YouTube flagging my comic, but hey, we're going to do it anyway. So Raph comes in, and she says, do what you must, and he bites in her ear, right? And she is liking it a lot. She's so willing to embrace her death. She engulfed with passionate rage. Good, that will forever be her trademark. So she is, and he says, there is something about her blood, something primordial. Or, is it primordial? Or primal, sorry. Well, it's basically the same. So he slits his throat so she can drink it. And he says, our blood is ancient, Sakara, over 2,000 years old. And that time, my pagan people and I have seen many wonders and have gained many abilities. I shall pass a shred of them to you. So he says enough, but she's still drinking, and she's swatted her away like a fly. But then he realizes that the blood of the ancient fallen courses through her veins. Not sure what it means, but whatever. It's some special blood. So, and then she's falling into, I don't know, snake pit, and then she is transforming into, well, Sakara is no more, and she's now becoming Purgatori. I mean, look at this. Do you know this this logo? This is from Chaos Comics, right? Do you have? Okay, that's cool, but also weird. So she's becoming this unholy creature. Looks great, by the way. And Raph says, she says, what am I? You are undead, but more alive than ever. But you are unique among the vampire clans and tribes. Blood of your ancestors, the fallen angels, flows through your veins, and my blood mixed with theirs has made you unlike any creature who has ever walked the earth. So, okay, so her pursuers are following in, and they are here. And Raph says, hey, go ahead and kill them all. So she goes, and she's, embracing her rage and her bloodlust, and these are defenseless, man. These are getting ripped apart. But also, she's now become a slave. She was a slave now, but she's now a slave more, once more. And well, because she has now the thirst for blood. So, meanwhile, she wants to go to the city and have revenge on her lover. But then the sun comes up and she forgets that she's a vampire. And so Raph takes care of her. Meanwhile, a couple of days later, it seems Kabbalah and her spouse, now in a human form, are visiting the queen and her new king. Well, I believe they're gonna get married, and it seems that they are not getting a child, but because of the queen, she gives some herbs and stuff to her. Now she is more. Well, she is now have the ability to create a child, and she's pregnant now. Okay. Well, the slaves here wanted to have food and want their man back because they are working too hard. So, meanwhile, later, Raph explains the rules of vampirism. He says, you must remember when you feed, drain them completely, or you risk bringing another vampire into existence. That's enough. To make another vampire, you must choose wisely. Few deserve the dark gift. You must be careful to feed the newborn vampire constantly. Let go. I said let go. If it's denied blood, especially in the first 4 sundowns, it will be immortal, but it will be ravenous and insane for all eternity. You hear me? But she says, yeah, of course. Can I leave now? Impetuous creature. So she is going to, what are these buildings called? I don't know. The Citadel? The fortress? I don't know, but you know what I mean. The Empire. So it's the wedding night. Kabbalah is here. Kabbalah, when I'm saying Sakara is here. So ready for her revenge. But then we're going back to the present, where Raph is here, examining her, try to examine her memories, but somehow she gains so much power he cannot feel her memories or see her memories. And now they have to decide what to do with her. So the big reveal is that, Jesus Christ, will you accept me as your master? Will you bow to me and only me forever? Accept your fate, accept me as your master, and your foes will never find you. Refuse me, and I will guide them here to the ethereal plane. So, of course, he says, I will bow to no one ever. So they are going to teleport away because, hey, as you wish. So they are teleporting away to wherever, to the Nexus and return to the invisible village. I have no clue. And so more vampires come out of nowhere, and it seems that Jade and Kabbalah has found her, so they can extract revenge on her. And that leads us to the next one. So yeah, overall, a lot of mumbo jumbo, some nice visuals, cool imagery, lots of blood. I like it. But from all of these Purgatori comics, I believe this is probably one of the better ones, and that's not saying much. But yeah, overall, fun comic. One more to go, guys. Let me know what you think about it, and I see you.